been quite an interesting weekend. We've had a lot of things happening. NACADA bringing their issues on alcohol and drinking and many more. Kenya is a melting pot of ideas and things. Anyway, it's the biggest show with the biggest conversation with the biggest presenters. Take it, Dr. C.
And Dr. C here, CEO and founder, Samantha's Bridal and Samantha Wines. So let me just show you how it looks like before NACADA gets its way. This is the, the white, Samantha White. It's naturally sweet to the tongue. And yeah, it's quite enjoyable with a group of friends, family. If you're having a celebration, this is the perfect wine. It's available everywhere.
Before NACADA comes for us. Eh?
And ask me to pay the bill. Yes.
And I'm Maria. I am the author of Marriage is a Scam and Love the Original You, and also the editor of The Young magazine. And I'm happy to be here. I've just noticed that you're the only guy today. So
yeah.
Let's not talk about polygamy.
No, this is how polygamy starts, by the way. This is how polygamy starts.
Yeah, and I'm Auntie Milon. I create a safe space for you on social media where you can share your story and talk to me, and I will listen. And I'm happy to be here and being back here to talk to you guys.
You like safe space?
I like safe
and
space.
Money too?
Yes.
Very important.
Money is very important.
It's important in that safe space?
Yes, I live, breathe, eat money.
Thank you. Okay, let's start the show.
You're my new friend, if you can share the money.
Now, this week, NACADA unveiled a raft of laws and measures against drinking and prohibiting drinking. They want to raise the age from 21 to 20, from 18 to 21. Sale and banning of alcohol, promotions, sale of underage, and very many issues which have come. Alcohol-free zones, and also there was something they talked about living, not selling alcohol next to schools and and public amenities. I don't know what's your take, Dr. C, on this alcohol issue.
Well, being in the alcohol industry,
Yeah.
of course I have many takes.
Yeah.
But I want to say that I think these new rules, they're noble in terms of, I want to look at where they're coming from. They're noble in the sense that for reducing alcohol dependence at a very young age, you know, people getting enticed, that's quite noble for the reasons they have. But when I look at the unintended consequences, I shudder to think about that. Because you have seen that in the past, they've come up with a raft of these rules. So what's going to happen is that if you're 18 years old, you can get married, you can sign a contract, you can go to war, you are serving in disciplined forces. Why would you not be trusted to actually make decisions such as alcohol consumption by yourself? So it's almost like infantilizing these young adults of 18 to 21 years old, like they cannot make decisions. The other thing about the unintended consequence, and we've seen it, is the fact that because you then are locking out access to alcohol through the legal, formal businesses that are operating, paying tax, and they're transparent, what's going to happen is that we are going to get the underground. I mean, Kenya is not the first country to have this problem. There was the 1821, where the government, I think this was in the US, and the underground activities just went on. And in Kenya it's the same. You just need to go to any village where, people brew changa and the police, some of the police come collect their bribes, they go. So the illicit brews are still going on. And we, especially in central Kenya, there's a big problem because of these illicit brews. The young people are somehow accessing this alcohol. So if you remove the formal areas where they can actually get, it's a problem. Number two, because number three, actually, my third point of argument is the fact that because now you're making it almost illegal to actually trade in alcohol, what's going to happen is that these people are then going to be able to actually like access, yeah, but just not in the way that you know. I think I've said that point. Yeah, I think somebody else can go.
I would say that if they are 18 and 21 and they are going to look for other means of accessing, that means that they already started it. There's nothing we can do about the ones that are already rotten. But for the people they are doing, if they do that, it will be good, because some people will mentally know that we are waiting for 21 for us to access alcohol. That said, they will not be quick to it, because they know that the right age for me to take alcohol is this. It's not exposed in school, it's not exposed where I am, and I'm not shopping online. So I'm not exposed to it at an early age, so that by the age of 18 to 21, I am already used to it and I cannot do without it. Now I have to find the illicit and the underground way of doing it. But in real sense, I feel like that is the right thing to do, because if we look at the society right now, that is something that would be of war. I was in campus and I would see people miss classes, not focus. I would see a lot of people drink from Wednesday to Monday, and it will not be a thing. So I would say that in as much as 18 years old can make their own decisions, they should not be given, they're still kids, I would say. Yes, they're adults in the eyes of the law, but as a parent of an 18-year-old, I'm not yet there, but if I am a parent of an 18-year-old and my child is dependent or has to find other means to get alcohol just because the government has banned it, then I would say that I have a problem, because they should tell them as early as now, you're not drinking until you're 21, so that you can help them hold off for now. Because most of these things, nobody was born drinking. It's just an exposure. So if you can control it and give them rules, maybe we can have a say in what the society will look like.
Auntie Milon?
As a parent, I think I'm a mother to a teenager now. And that is my scare, because when she will get to that age, I've ever had this conversation with her about consuming alcohol.
You mean you haven't?
I haven't started having that, because I don't consume myself. So I think the reason why these children get access to alcohol early is because of the adults around them. Because if your dad is always coming home drunk, of course, when this child is watching their dad coming home drunk, she or he will want to try. And how will he try? Start stealing from your fridge. So I think parents should start this conversation as early as possible with their children, because that's how they will get access to these things. However, I still feel like at the age of 21, it's okay, but not okay, because your brain develops until in your mid-20s.
28, actually.
28.
Full adults. Yeah.
What is the difference between 18 and 21 then?
You should push it to 28.
They should push it to 28.
I think you guys, honestly, I can't just sit here and listen to you say these things. Honestly, you guys are really ill-advised. I personally, even when I was, I think 10, I knew how to brew. You see, the rules about alcohol in the African society were very, very open. It is you guys who are bringing in these restrictions. Okay, not you guys. There's even other people bringing in the restrictions. And that's why there is a proliferation. The problem is with illicit things. Yeah. Illicit things. You know, we are not the only ones in the world. Travel to other countries.
But you see,
yeah, even you just go down, there's a kiosk there. They even sell, you know, these small little alcohol. You see, alcohol access. The more you restrict, there's case studies in the world. The more you restrict. I personally really started drinking when I was 28. Even though my father drank, everyone over Christmas, whatever, when there were festivities, people drank. My father would drink. He would take me to a tutorial to be tutored. I remember even when I was in nursery school, he would go and have a beer. Those days it used to be mbili kama kawaida Tusker export. I remember the ad. Export. Yeah, it never made me. So, you know, we have to have these conversations with our children. Yeah, and empower them to make decisions.
Dr. C, if you want to compare this generation and your generation, it's totally different. In your generation, when your parents said no, no meant no. But in this current generation, you say no, but curiosity will take lead. and they will go to your fridge and start tasting it.
Actually,
and the
they
moment
want
you're
to
Then
know
don't
why.
keep it at home. Don't keep alcohol at home. Don't keep it. In
I-
fact, it's
for
wrong
me,
for you to have alcohol
But that's not an
accessible
open
to a
relationship with your
family.
children.
No. It's not. It's wrong for you to have alcohol accessible to children if you have children at home and it's there. That, first
But
of
they
all,
will go to their friends and then
Because
they'll
you
be
cannot-
curious.
Their friends. You can't
They'll be
control it.
You see, for this generation, it's not the same.
But if they
These
go to
ones
their
need more
friends and they
control.
find the alcohol there, meaning it just brings back to, it's not even the government, it is you to look after your own children, because your child cannot live in a vacuum. I think we need to empower young adults, and yes, we need to have rules, but there are some things that are going above and beyond. So what's going to happen is, believe me, people who are doing legit businesses, paying taxes, and how do you even delineate 300 meters out of, you are going to rearrange the whole of Nairobi? Should we not, like 300
I think
meters
they
away?
should. I think they should. Have you gone to the Eastlands? Where you see a kiosk, you see a wines and spirits.
Actually,
Where you see
I
a
call
kiosk,
them
you see-
security, because people are there drinking
and they're
24
always
hours.
drinking.
Secure.
I think that what we
So
need,
now
what
people
we
will
need to
just be
talk
bringing
about-
mitungis of changas somewhere there, because they,
No, but
I
you
think,
see,
so
you
guys,
see,
I think
the
anyway,
Chang'an
Dr.
used to
C,
brew
Dr. C,
different
see,
from the
okay,
one that they are
Dr.
cooking
C,
now.
Dr. C,
Right now, you have GMO alcohol.
Yeah. How and I think as an adult is what the thing that we need to handle is how do we introduce our children to our social life?
Anyway,
but that's parenting. We are talking about alcohol
think-
and
Yeah, so
nekada.
how are you going to introduce them if you're if like for example you said you started drinking at
Ladies,
28?
I think-
I was
how would you
28.
introduce
No, but there was always alcohol.
how would you
yeah?
introduce a young one?
okay.
There
Would you
was
allow your
alcohol.
child to drink
How would you
21?
introduce your child
Okay.
to alcohol?
Would you allow your
Actually,
child
for
to
some, no,
drink?
let me answer this question.
Yes.
Actually, for some of the most developed nations,
Yeah.
you know, like Europe, there's wine and it's cheaper. There's all sorts of alcohol, and they are much more cheaper and are very available. What a lot of parents do at age 18, round about there, as they are growing, you just a little. Just a little. By the time they grow, they are not like addicted. It's not anything new.
So you'll introduce
Some
your
parents
child
do
to
that.
alcohol
You
before
see
21.
what? You know, me, I'm not going to try and restrict in terms of, for as long as she or he reaches, you know, of drinking age. I'll take, okay,
Have
this
a
is what
try.
it means to have a try.
Have a try.
Nobody's gonna let them test, because curiosity. Do I want them to test alcohol somewhere in a club or when they're with me at home?
Okay. I think let me just contextualize this a bit. I think Nakada has a very noble idea of trying to restrict, but it is preposterous to try to change a drinking age from 18 to 21. It's just madness. It is total madness, because at 18 you're allowed to get married, you're allowed to do all these things. Then you're telling us you stop alcohol. Yet they are telling us in that, and I read that from law clearly today. Even today in the morning, I looked at it, they're saying that you cannot advertise alcohol on TV, on radio, and this watershed period. Does it stop access to alcohol? No. Kids still know, our parents have already registered numbers for them. They are doing weed cookies. The problem is not alcohol only. The problem is weed cookies, which is in the parties. The problem is
Ketamine.
The problem is vape. We have serious problems to deal with as a country.
Yes.
And this problem has to be, it is not, it's not a cultural issue. It's a technological issue.
Yes.
The government is trying to control alcohol culturally, but the technology has changed. The access is different.
Yes.
Then they're telling us, I read that there's no sponsorship of teams. Tusker to change its name to what? Rugby Sevens
Dasani.
to promote its name to what?
Rugby.
The Rugby Sevens team. It's promoted by alcohol. You're telling us no sponsorship of teams in football and athletics. Are Kenyans crazy?
I think kids
that-
should not drink.
Is
That's
it?
all.
Is it
Of course,
crazy?
they should not drink. Nobody is saying kids should
We are
drink.
not saying-
We are just saying they're
Even
being
adults should
preposterous.
reduce.
I'm saying that if these guys sat down,
On that note, shall I pour a bottle of
Yes,
Please
please.
go on.
glass of Samantha wine?
so I'm just
And
asking
introduce
them,
us,
the
those who don't
question
drink.
is, it is not a cultural issue. It is a technological mishap and blind spot. And Kenyans must understand that even if you do so many laws, these guys are saying under 18 will still drink. They have the lines. They will still call Ubers to bring for them alcohol.
Yes.
In Kenya today, there are 1.36 million who are addicted to alcohol, 880,000 on tobacco, 220,000 on bang. We know the numbers. The problem is we need to deal with these people who are on dependency level.
Yes.
The Kenya is a population of 52 million people. We are saying only 1.36 million have an alcohol problem.
Yeah.
I remember in one of the counties,
Yeah.
it was a big problem where even the women had to go for a demonstration because their men were not performing.
You mean you're talking about
Of course.
Nyeri?
Yes.
Let's be open.
They were not performing because of
They
the
were not. They were
Yes,
not performing.
yes.
in-
But
Yeah,
sometimes
but
they
you
are
see,
just
that
lazy.
is not a problem of access. The problem
Problem
is
of
illicit.
illicit.
brews.
Dr. C, take us to the
Overdoing.
next
Yeah,
one.
anyway, you know what?
Overdoing but
Moving on.
underperforming.
Moving on. We are talking about a nominated Senator, Gloria Robba. She found herself really on the wrong side of the law. There was a court ruling because she had been taken to court by one of the clerk of the parliament.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ngenye.
Yes, on defamation. And the court ruled she has to pay 10.5 million. Some people say 11.5 million. I think
It's
that's
10.5 million.
10.5 million as compensation because of defamation. And on the other side, we have Gloria saying, no, I was a whistleblower. I did not defame anyone. And she's saying she's going to appeal. So I think the critical conversation here, we have to talk about the court ruled. So it's not for us to say whether she's guilty or not guilty, but we have to weigh in terms of defamation and freedom of speech. I think this is what the conversation should be around. What do you guys think? Do you think she had in her rights to talk about this, or this was her freedom of speech? But that said, let me go first. Let me take it from you. I really think so that some accusations are really tough. You know, if you're going to accuse somebody of sexual harassment, especially, you must be put to strict proof, because number one, not only will this thing affect the way this person is viewed, on the other, it has very, very serious consequences. And if found guilty, actually, you could go and serve jail. So if you know you're being sexually harassed, I think collecting evidence is really important, really important. We have people who actually go to the police station, they report perhaps a case of rape, a case of, you know, those kind of things. And even if people are saying, until you can even biologically prove with DNA, yeah, I think she knew better that she has to be put to strict proof. Yeah, because, and again, these people are just going online and writing things about people without proof. I think people need to be investigated. That said, I open it up.
Okay, first of all, let me say something. She was supposed to pay millions. I think sometimes the case of defamation depends on who takes it and why they take it. Yes, I know there are people who talk a lot of things online and it's very bad, and even say it loudly and louder, and they are not held accountable. That's very wrong. And sometimes they touch even the places they are not supposed to touch. Like I always say, if you are going to defame someone, do not get in depth of their personal life, their business, or their family. Do not do that. But then sometimes you see that for her to have been fined, this guy winning the case, that is actually good for a change. But we also defame people out there and they don't get justice. So if this is a way for someone to learn that it's wrong to defame someone, by all means, it's good. But if this is a way for someone to prove a point, you know, the problem with Kenya is the justice system would be like, whoever wins, there has to be a reason why they won. It's not like it's really, they really deserve to win. And even the evidence you're saying, Dr. C, you can have the evidence, but you can still lose the case if you're fighting with power. That is what happens. Because there are a lot of men in jail who will swear by their innocence. There are a lot of girls coming out and saying,
good lawyers.
my mom, no, there
No,
are,
I still believe in our judicial system.
there are girls who will go and say that my mom coached me to say this for this man to go in jail. So the law sometimes does not favor others. Most importantly, if you have no money, you are very, very unlucky. But at the same time, if you can't afford a good lawyer, you will find that you will go to jail for something that you are innocent of.
If you have a bad lawyer and there's mistrial,
there is nothing you can do.
always appeal.
You can always appeal. How do you appeal? Do you know, by the case in ugonjwa is the one thing that you pray to avoid in life. Kesi and sickness. Those are the things you pray to avoid in life.
All civil people actually go to court. These people you're seeing fighting on the streets, no, not the Gen Zs, like somebody comes to start beating you up, or they should
keep the courts busy, because there are others that are.
Our courts behave like me. Money is everything. Money runs the world for them, because we've seen people who have evidence, even hard evidence, and they never get justice.
Do you know the court can come after you? Juris pesa. That's what you're saying.
They love money. Yes.
You're saying juris pesa is real?
Yeah.
You need to prove.
Because, you see, people who have money, they win cases all the time.
Yeah.
People who don't have money, their cases will drag and drag and drag. There's this case, there are celebrities, Aziad and the other guy is late now, Chira, right? Remember? So when Chira, I think he threw some insulting word to Aziad, like he said something bad about Aziad, and Aziad took him to court. And he was fined to pay. I don't know whether he paid or not. But because Aziad had money and the guy did not have money, he lost.
Are you sure that is the reason? Oh my God, Millie.
Let me tell you something, Dr. C. Come back down here. Come back down here.
Down here.
Down here.
No.
Leave.
Unless you truly have the evidence of what was presented in
the same
court.
case that Maria has just said. We have so many men. Our husbands are there in the prison because they were wrongfully accused. Do you think we have so many single people? Because our husbands were wrongfully accused and they're in the prison right now.
Serving
because they
for
can't
innocence.
fight. They can't fight. A lady coach, I'm telling you the truth.
Anyway,
a lot of men are in prison because of they lack money and they can't afford good lawyers. And that's why we see we are
But do you know it's a crime
lot of women are single.
to walk, you know, there's, anyway.
It's true. Come down, Dr. C.
Calm
down here.
It's not that. You see, let me tell you something. By the time you're my age and you run a business like I do, if you Google me, just see how many cases I have. Yeah? I've taken people to court. I've been taken to court, especially if I want to collect my money, you haven't paid me, or whatever, for whatever reasons. But what I'm saying is this.
Was it cheap?
I think so that, you know, it's not cheap, but what I'm saying is the government can give you a lawyer to actually defend you. And I don't want people to not go to report or not go, our viewers, just go. The court system is actually fair. Yes, there are times when we have political cases, whatever, and those are really different, yeah? But unless we have the evidence of what Gloria presented and what the other, we cannot decide that just because you didn't have money. We cannot decide the Aziad case. It was
But the
because
problem
of
of Gloria Robba, he has not presented any evidence.
Anyway, Gloria Robba's case is very different. First of all, I find her to be very cantankerous.
She loves drama.
Number one, she's dramatic.
Yes.
You cannot claim things which are untrue. And the politicians, first of all, they say a lot of things which are untrue. And that case is clearly what she did was totally wrong to the clerk of the National Assembly. And the courts have found it fit to charge her, to give her a fine of 10 million. She will appeal, yes. The truth is, Gloria defamed the National Assembly clerk. And she decided not to go down alone, and she started to bring in other women and the leaders, Karen Nyamu, what. First of all, it is nonsensical for a leader who has been nominated to a position of power and respect to come and claim some cheap shots in Parliament and say, oh, this guy wanted to sleep with me. Yet we know that she did not get that thing, a nomination on a silver platter, because she's the best woman. What has she presented? What other law has she done?
See, where are you hiding?
Now I'm telling the truth.
They won't come for you.
It's nonsense. Yeah, we take a break.
We are having such interesting conversations. It's getting heated. We'll be right back on Let's Be Real. Welcome back to the show. I'm hoping you're enjoying and you're staying tuned. We are on the second part of the show. Now, the second part is a bit more calmer, but also it touches on Nakada a little bit. Now, we understand that nowadays, because of information, technology, and the fact that there's a lot of information out there coming from our homes, and the fact that marriages are not as stable as they used to be, we find that our kids get sexually active at a very tender age. And some parents actually start as early as those kids can talk to start telling them. I've seen videos of parents telling them, this is your private part, do not touch and all that. And I've seen parents who are holding off on it because, like, if I remember very well, my parents were not giving me sexual talks at a very tiny age. In fact, it was a taboo to even hear it. But then when you get to age, they have to give you. What is the right age at the moment to give your child sex education? And how do you start? Do you start in parables? Do you wait until they ask you, were you pregnant? Or what is the right time for you to start speaking about it?
We are all parents here today. I can, this is what I can say. Whether there's a right age or no right age, it's just you start when you have to start, but I think the most important thing is to start. But however, let me just acknowledge the fact that in some cultures, it was a taboo to talk these kind of things with your children. And there was ways, the culture provided for it. We had rites of passage, a time when at a certain critical age, girls within a certain age would go somewhere and they would be told. And then the boys would go somewhere, the circumcision and all that. So those things have been removed, and then you find that the parents who are today, they've been parented themselves by parents who didn't know, who went through a different initiation. But as we are saying, technology and communication has changed. It's therefore very paramount that we can talk to our children. I think so that it is important anytime, even for as long as they get conscience. You tell them, you know, no one should touch you here, no one should touch you. It's very important. Teach them, and schools are teaching about the body, the physical body, like what is private, what can be seen, and if someone touches you here, this is wrong, because sometimes children don't know that it's actually wrong. If someone touches them in another way like that, if somebody does something to them, the earliest you can start even from age 2, 3, 4, I think it's correct. And it has certain advantages in the sense that, of course, you don't just bombard them with information. You go step by step, and of course, you as a parent need to be very vigilant with what's happening with your child. And then the other thing is the fact that as they are growing up, as you empower them with the critical information, it helps them also even in critical thinking. It builds a body image. What you want to stay away from is to equate, you know, the way they say this tabia mbaya. Me, I grew up being told you're in tabia mbaya. So you learn from your peers, and the children, they're curious. You know, as early as like a 2-year-old would ask, so what is the difference between boys and girls? And then it's because boys, I don't know, we like that, and the girls have a choo-choo. And then, you know, you see, they are already curious. So who is there? Who would you rather they get the information from? Yeah? Even sometimes some parents are arguing that some teachers are not even fully well-equipped. So trust yourself to give the correct body positive information, because again, the wrong information will lead to the children feeling that, not the children, as they grow, feeling, associating certain parts of their body, maybe not so confident. But as they grow and you're explaining to them what will happen, the feelings they will have, and then they become very confident adults. So I'm for information.
Now, let me talk about tabia mbaya for a minute. My problem is one. I get that. Parents will start giving them information and all that. I have an issue with parents who realize that now I have given you the information, I've taught you, and you are not understanding and you're sexually active. Now what do? You are 13, I need you to finish high school. You have to finish high school. I'm taking you for contraceptives. Why? Because there's nothing else I can do. The only thing I don't want is a baby in this house. Yes, you've equipped them. Yes, you've told them. But some parents have gone an extra mile of having their daughters getting contraceptives at an early age of 12, 13. Why? Because you feel like, now this is enough. Boys are after you. There's nothing I can do. And because I'm scared, you might get pregnant. This is what I do. That is one. For boys, I always say that boys have a leeway. You see, some parents would be like, now, listen, young man, we're in the supermarket. Pick that box. Some parents have gone an extra mile of teaching them contraceptives as sex education. Now, you see, we have different perspectives. There is, I'm teaching you to understand it and know the right time for it. And there is, I'm teaching you to understanding and know the right way to do it. Those are both ways of teaching them, and those are ways that kids are getting these informations. Because at the end of the day, let's not ignore that nowadays the children of today actually do not have, yes, you will give them the knowledge, but they have so many ways they can get the knowledge. And some of the ways are parental control on what they watch. Because you see, like sometimes growing up, The Bold and the Beautiful, it was around
9, 10.
No, it was 8:30.
I'm telling you, after dinner, The Bold and the Beautiful is starting sleep.
Oh yeah, it used to be after dinner.
Yes.
After dinner.
So you see, parents used to have a way of chasing you away not to watch it. Now those things are not private. Everyone we watch on social media, even the influencers, everyone they relate to, it's not a big deal. Now they see. Now what do parents resort to? Let's teach you contraceptions. So understand this. There's a difference between teaching you and educating you to do it. What's your take?
I think for me, I'll do both. Being a parent, I would not. What I wouldn't do is put my child on contraceptives, but I will teach her to know how to use them, because now they get information everywhere. And I can't be 24/7 around her to protect her not to do it. You don't know when they're going to do it. My mother doesn't know when I did it. You get, and I did it. You see. So
clearly, there's another human being who came out of it.
Yeah. So
They waited for evidence.
Yes, and in fact, you see, she taught me and she told me everything around sex and how to do it and how to protect yourself and everything. But I still went ahead and did it because I was curious. Every girl had already done it. I'm the only one who has not done it, and I'm in college. And you're being told. So you see these things. So I think I'll teach my child how to do it and how to do it properly. That is one conversation.
And how to enjoy it.
And how to enjoy it. Because also, I want my child to have the experience that I had.
Now you see, we are changing.
So let me tell you what I'll do. I will educate her and tell her how it's done properly and the right way to do it and how to protect yourself. Because if I had this information from her and I keep on telling her this is bad, this is bad, this is bad, or I just tell her please wait until the right age, and I have not had this conversation with her, she will be curious and she will want to know. Because the same way you've said, social media, it's all over. Anytime you even use your phone, there are pop-ups that come on your phone. There's some that came when I was with my daughter, boobs, like this. And and she was like, hey, mom. And I'm like, yeah. And I start talking to her about it and telling her, you see, when you start using your phone, such things will pop up. And when they pop up, you just swipe, don't open. And if you open, these are the things you will see. Do you want to see? You will see things that your mom and dad is doing. Do you want to see it?
But mom and dad are not doing it like that.
Yes, so that's what I'm telling you. So I'm telling yes,
I think
talking about pornography.
Right
now.
now, sex
you are
education is
telling your
teaching them to
child,
enjoy.
because you see, Dr. C, if she taps on that thing, she's going to see people having sex.
Yeah.
Right? And that is, what do you tell your children when you're in your room? You are sleeping at like a brother and a sister? No. You tell I tell my child, whatever mom and dad is doing is what these people are doing, but they're doing it publicly. It doesn't matter how we are doing it, but these people are doing it publicly and it is wrong, and don't watch it.
My
I'll
kids
be
are
open
young, they've
and
never
frank.
imagined what I do in my room.
Me, my mom was frank with me.
So I think Auntie Milone really captured it very well. But the issue has always been that the modern parenting has had a lot of issues.
Yes.
One, they have not spent a lot of time with their kids. Number two, they are too busy. Number three, they have no guts to face their children. Majority of parents out there do not have guts to face their children and tell them this is the way I would like you to do. So they hide around it, they beat the corners, they take it to school, they say sex education in schools. But the truth is, kids can see all these things. Kids can access all this data, they know by 10, they know what sex is, they know when to do it. It's only that they don't know that they're not allowed to.
Exactly.
So the biggest thing we have to, as parents out there, remember that in other cultures, the way Dr. Siav said, in other cultures, kids are taken to their aunties. And by the way, sex education has been elaborate through our African culture. Women are actually told even how to use their waist at 10. They are taught properly what is sex.
Is that
They are in Uganda,
It's a
they
culture.
do so. In the coastal region, they do so.
Yeah.
And do they get pregnant?
Ushanga.
Those
Ushanga,
kids,
yeah.
they don't get pregnant.
And are men taught.
Men are
Yes.
taught properly how to, so that you do not have sex in the wrong way. Otherwise, when they get married, women will start complaining, oh, we don't get orgasm, oh, we don't do this. And men, oh, we don't get satisfied. So I'd rather teach them properly and tell them it is not the right age to do it. There's a time to do it, but also because the phones are there and you've given
But you're
them.
teaching them properly and telling them how good it is and then telling them it's not the right age.
Sex is bad.
It's not bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying that you've told them that it's good, it's enjoyable, and then you're telling them now don't do it.
Let me tell you exactly how my mom told me. Sex is good, sex is sweet, sex is beautiful, but do it at the right age
That's what
with
you
the
said.
right person.
The kids of today.
Yeah, because
They believe that they're
there's
having it better
way,
than
the
us.
same way Dr. C was saying it, that you tell your you tell your daughter choo choo, siji what, you start naming your private parts, giving them ugly names.
That's not ugly. How do you tell? You tell a child this is a vagina and this is a penis.
Yes. Oh yes.
Okay, I used to tell my son it's
But
a
surely a
susu, and he told
two-year-old,
me.
a 2-year-old is asking
Well,
you, what is the difference
I used to
between...
tell my son it's a susu, and then he told me, no, mommy, it's a penis.
Yes. You see, the problem is we start giving these
But in
body
school, they're
parts
told so.
names, and then when they go to school and the teacher will tell
They're
them,
told them
now
by
this
the
is
way.
your breast, this is your vagina,
taught by the
and
way.
then she's
At
no,
13.
mommy said this is my choo-choo.
At 13.
You
They're
see?
taught.
So
Yeah,
we
they're
haven't
taught.
reached there yet.
They're taught.
Me,
They're
I haven't
taught.
reached there. My daughter has not reached there. But
At
so,
13, they are taught in sex
Yeah.
education proper, and they're told this is it.
Yeah.
no, I think even already, I think they've already naming the body
Naming,
parts.
they know.
They know you
They
can
know.
name them, so you
Maria,
can
your
name.
sons don't know what it is.
They know. See, I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
told them this is a susu, and then it's like, no, it's a penis.
But you see, for at that age, biologically, let's just say biologically at that age, their mind is not even there. They don't
Yes.
even
Yeah.
understand
They
what
don't.
you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it's important for them to know.
They know the
Yeah.
names, but they
and
don't
the
know anything.
information will come in handy when they are actually ready.
Yeah.
You know,
Because that is the time they ask, where do
You
babies
just
come
break
from?
it gradually, but just let them have the right name. So that when a predator comes to them and doesn't tell them, let me touch yours, do what? My mom told me, don't touch my breast.
Let me tell you, the
Like
schools, from 2010 to now, 1,246 teachers have been dismissed for either molesting or sleeping with teenage girls and boys. The numbers are crazy. Last year alone, 449 teachers were dismissed by TSC for abusing young girls in schools and boys. The year before, another 500. So we are saying that if kids are not equipped properly, they become predated upon. And the person you think is taking care of them is the one who is easily available to molest or to attack them.
Yeah.
Because you are not always with your kid. So it's important to teach your kids
The right
to know if someone touches him or her the wrong way or goes beyond the call of duty or defiles them, for them to speak out. Let's move to the next topic.
So I love money. You all know.
Yeah, we know.
You all know, right? So if your partner loses their income, how long will you stay with them? Or how long can you sustain them until they get another income? My friend, for me, I would only give you 2 months. In fact, 1 month.
Ah,
Yes. If you're my man, you need to think ahead. If you are employed, just know that employment can end anytime. What is your plan B? You need to have your plan B on your toes. You're not waiting. And if you don't have a plan B, my salary can only sustain you for a month, and if I stretch it 2 months and you're done. I can't. I can't provide for a man. I am not wired to provide. I am wired to be needy and needy. You need to provide for me. You need to give me security. You need to give me everything. And my work is to submit and create a home and build a home. Look at how Dr. C is looking at me.
Shocked.
No, I'm not. Okay, I'm not shocked, but I suppose you're talking about a new study that has come out.
Yeah.
And it has said that men who lose their jobs are more likely to be cheated on.
Of course.
33%.
Of course.
Times more likely to be cheated on. So my say on these is, I can only say a theory, because I think that's really an oversimplification of things, that you just lose your job and people cheat on you, or you're left. Because I think so that long-lasting, loving relationships are based on something much more deeper than just money. Money is very important, but I want to attempt to explain why that statistic is there. I think so that merely, like you're saying, that you're wired to be needy, and when you look at a man is meant to provide. Now, that said, and a lot of men see themselves that way. They define themselves by the job they do. Actually, I was joking with Millie earlier that a good friend of mine who's a very top lawyer, a really good lawyer, he told me one day his mother found him looking at himself, admiring himself in the mirror. And the mother was like, what are you doing in the mirror? Get out. The beauty of a man is the size of your bank account.
Yes.
Go and look at your bank account and not yourself in the mirror.
That should be my mother-in-law.
Yeah, but you see, a lot of men, we have grown up actually with that narrative. So I think when a man loses the job, it's not he'll be cheated on or left, not because he's lost the job. I think their esteem goes down, they become depressed, and that then affects the relationship, the dynamic of the relationship. And because the dynamic of the relationship has been affected, perhaps they become very withdrawn, or they become abusive, or even substance abuse. And that is what may trigger the fact that then the woman wants to walk away. Because if they've defined themselves with the money, and now you no longer have the money, and now you no longer see yourself as a man, then now with a lower self-esteem, and that can affect the relationship dynamics. That is I think that is the main reason why you may actually be left. And okay, sometimes it so happens that if then the woman was seeing you as a provider, and you can no longer be the provider as she was seeing you, then you no longer fit in the mold, especially the society has created. So even her herself, then she begins to look at you as you're no longer fit for purpose. Okay, goodbye.
Now let me speak as the nice person here, as the person who only dates one person at a time. Let me speak.
You're married?
Yes, I'm married.
You're not dating?
Yes, I'm marrying one person at a time, Dr. C. Let's continue.
At a time? Me, I'm married forever.
Look, let me say something. Here's the deal. You know, one reason why someone would cheat on you because you lose your job. When you had the money and the job, how did you treat me first? If you treated me nicely, you respected our marriage, you were okay. If you lose your job, I will not look down on you. I will understand that this is you going through something at the moment that you will pass. Eventually, you will get another job, you will start a business, you will grow, because no one is meant to be stagnant. The reason why I would leave is you are treating me the way you wanted. And now that you don't have a job, you over-expect from me. And that's why I always say this. Please, you don't know tomorrow, even in marriage. Try and treat people right. So you see, if you were mistreating me, if you made me see that your job was more important than me, if you made me feel like I am not worthy anything, like you did not love me or care about me, there's no way that you expect, now you've lost your job, now I'm supposed to tolerate you and do everything. Like, the way you used to take me, it will all come back to me. And let me tell you, when it comes back, I will act accordingly, because I'm a human being. I'm not going to be here taking it all, and sometimes you find that I was even planning to leave. Now I'm supposed to stay because you're going through something.
But how long will you sustain a man with no money?
How long will I sustain
Yes.
you? I expect a man, you've lost your job. Yes, this month, let's be depressed together. Let's cry it out. Tomorrow, next month, let's now strategize. Yes, I know you are depressed, but we cried last month. You're not crying next month. The third month, you should be doing something with your
So
life.
for you, it's 3 months.
You should be doing
And if it so happens that, I mean, look, you're married, you've got children, or you're in this long-term relationship, and it so happens that he actually cannot get that job.
It's okay, honey. I will walk out with my children and leave you. I'm not...
You will leave the father of these children, like
It depends
you
with
will
how
leave
you are
them there
treating
in
me.
that little corner.
It depends with how you are
I
treating
leave
me.
I leave the father because if he cannot provide, he cannot...
Then, why would you marry such a man?
A man with money,
See, my money ended. It's not like she married that man.
a man with money is...
So you're marrying the money.
Of course, that's what they are
That's
doing.
that's why we are together.
Me, I'm not marrying
Listen.
the money. Me, I'm marrying the treatment. Treat me right, and even when you don't have money, I'll stay.
You know, let me just have this say before CEO, yeah, because I deal with a lot of young people and they listen to me. I think it's really, really important that if you're meeting a man and you're getting married or you're in a relationship that is more likely to lead into a longer term relationship, it's important that this man is doing something and that he's earning a job, but also he has a job that he's earning. But also beware that jobs get finished.
Yes,
People
yes.
get laid off.
Yes.
And that can also happen in your relationship. So think clearly, beyond the money, why are you getting married to this man? I think it should be a combination. I'm not going to sit here and advise young people that your husband or whatever, they lose a job and you just walk away. Beyond the money, why else are you marrying them? Because, yeah, while it's true, a lot of people are divorcing because of money, because of the quarrels that come out of the money, yeah? Is there something else? Do you have a deeper, better relationship that you can have with this man beyond money?
Now you see, you are
We are
treating
not
me
going
bad.
to have families in Kenya.
I've been deeper. I've been in deeper relationship, and money was consoling me because you are mistreating me. Money consoled me. Now you've lost them. Dr. C, I want you to understand. Please, just calm down. Calm down and explain. I was deeper with this person, okay?
Money is
and they were
controlling you.
Because
hurting
of
me.
money.
They were mistreating
And
me,
you
but
stayed
money
because of
was
money.
massaging me.
Okay.
So
Ladies,
it ended.
Ladies,
I will remember all the pain.
ladies, you know,
CEO,
It
one
is-
word,
you are
one word.
just saying-
CEO, one word.
yeah.
A man with money is a perfect magnet. You just stick. A man with no money, you will repel.
Okay.
He'll break your
Now
heart,
you're
you'll
just
go buy a
saying,
little
what
house.
you guys are saying is that it is better to cry inside a Range Rover
Yes.
than on top of a bicycle.
Yes. Always.
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 But
Now,
just
young-
know that even Range Rovers, sometimes they need to go for service.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
they break down. They,
when
but
have
I-
money,
That's why we
let me
look
ad-
for a
Let me advise
Ferrari.
young men there and tell them that you've heard what the ladies have said. If you're planning to get married, remember majority of the ladies out there do not love you for who you are. They love you because you can provide. And if you know that you cannot provide, please, who unto you? Because number one, you must wire yourself as a man. Wire yourself and know that the new generation, if you don't have money, you have no chance. So work hard, keep a few of the money for yourself, because if you do not have something, they
You're
will walk out
nobody.
on you.
Yeah.
and can I add that
Yeah.
every time you have an urge
Yeah.
to look at yourself in the mirror,
Look,
desist. Go and look at your bank account.
Look
That's
at your
your
bank
mirror.
account. Forget about looking good in the mirror. Just make sure
Yes.
you look for the money, because even that girl who's been telling you he loves you to the end of the world, the moment you say you don't have a job, and you can do play a trick on
That
her.
girl has never even gone to coast, and she loves you to the
During
end of the
Corona,
world.
how many homes were broken?
I'm
During
telling
Corona,
you.
how many homes were broken? They didn't have, there was no money.
Yeah.
But anyway, young men out there, I'm so sorry.
Life
for
is
you.
already hard. Why are
Life
we
is
staying
hard.
broke?
For
You know,
men,
these things are-
we know, we accept. We
Yes,
will- yeah,
life is already so hard, by the way. We cannot stay broke.
mukituacha tunaachika.
Anyway,
Mimi mnatuachanga mkipata pesa.
that is a result of a large study that was done.
Yeah, mukituacha
And that is what came out, that 33% of relationships are likely to break or to be cheated on when when a man loses his source of
Yeah.
income.
Yeah.
There's nothing we can do about it.
And
But if
now-
you love me right, I'll stay.
No,
But
it's
where
okay.
there's no money, don't stay if you're a lady.
For me,
Just
I've
encourage your, and also encourage your man to always have a plan B. As a man, please have a plan B. Don't only have one plan. So when that plan is gone, you can't provide, you expect that lady to sit there and wait for you. No.
It's okay, ladies and gentlemen. We've agreed that us men, we are the endangered species here today. And we've realized that if I don't have a Range Rover,
Buy a Ferrari.
I'll buy a Ferrari. And if I don't have a Ferrari, I'll buy a jet.
And we'll stay.
And
we'll
you
stay.
stay.
We'll
But as a
come home
lady-
late and I'll be like, okay, it's okay.
But as a lady, I'm
Poverty
coming
is our enemy.
Yes.
And poverty is enemy for all women, I've realized.
But as a lady, I'm coming with nothing, and I'm going to use everything that you have.
Okay, let's end it.
And even if I'm working in the most prestigious place, I'm a volunteer.
Yes.
Can we maintain that? Yes.
I don't
No
have
matter
money.
where I'm working, I'm volunteering. Let's not count my
Is this a
salary.
problem with Kenya women only?
No, it's not. From January to December, I am broke, whether I'm working or not working. Don't ask me
That's
about my money, what
volunteering.
I'm doing with my money.
So what I would like to encourage the
Yes.
young ladies is
You have to encourage young men.
no, the young men, but
Yeah.
also the young ladies, that it's important to be in a loving, healthy relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, problems will come here and there. Problems will be there, and if the whole world, women are supposed to leave the men because of that, then we will not have families. We will really not have families.
And remember, that's why Kenya today has the highest number of single mothers. Today, in Africa. Because we are not settling for something.
We're not settling for less.
We're not settling for
Less.
your last words.
Hey, vijana, itabidi
Itabidi mjini.
itabidi mfanye kazi kwa bidii.
I'm telling you that.
That is a statistic, itabidi.
For me, if you love me right, I might choose to stay. But if you don't love me right, why should I stay in your problems?
As a parent, parents out there, please, when it comes to alcohol, talk to your children, tell them the truth, introduce them to alcohol the right age. Take note.
And the old adage has come to pass that it is always sweet to cry inside a Range Rover, but not on top of a bicycle.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get your money and check your bank balance. As Dr. C says.
Any
Get
man,
out of the mirror.
any man with a fat wallet, when even if he's short and he puts it on the seat and he
He's
sits
tall.
on it, he will be tall. He will be your type. Any man with money will
Is
be
your
your
type.
type. And any man with money is handsome, no matter what.
Totally.
Yeah, handsome.
Totally.
Let's end. Thank you for
Gosh.
watching.
Oh my goodness, it's such a pressure to be a man. Oh my God.